Okay, according to LLR from the U.S. Department of Education 2006, high school dropouts are more likely to become involved in crimes, live in poverty, and receive financial assistance from the government. However, completing high school can also take a toll on your life negatively. Like, I had a friend named Michael, and he was a great athlete. He could jump out the gym, and he was just so nice at basketball. And UC actually wanted him to come play for them. And they asked him, one of the coaches asked him, so how are your grades? And he's like, my grades are good. I'm just ready to sign, you know? So it's time to sign, and he finds out that they revoked his scholarship. Now he's pissed off, like, why? Like, I have good grades, my SAT scores are nice, and he's just mad. So he learns that although he has good grades, the grades that he does have do not fall under the ADG requirements. So now his scholarship is taken. So what did he do now? So now he's at a community college, and although that's not a bad option, he could have been at USC playing basketball, already on his road to success. Now you may think, this cannot happen to me, like, you know, I know which classes to take. But it can't happen to you because it happened to me. I knew what classes to take. My counselor always told me which classes to take, but I got lazy and wanted to take a year off of English. My junior year, so I'm like, I'm just going to take a year off. I mean, it's not going to affect me that much. But in November, when it was time to apply for college, the colleges that I wanted to apply to, I wasn't able to because when it was time to click the box, I didn't have the recommended amount of classes that I was supposed to take. So it can happen to you, so don't think that it can't happen to you. So in this speech, I will inform you on how class choices does affect your college acceptance. And I will focus on these points for 3 reasons. A lot of high school students go 4 years of earning good grades but aren't accepted to colleges because the class that they're taking does not fall under the ADG requirements. And 2, although you have taken the correct, students who did not take the correct courses are not mentally prepared for courses that are in college. And 3rd, students who are unaware of their majors end up spending more time in college, which results in spending more money. And I know none of us in this room has $50,000 to just give away to colleges. So it's very important that you listen to the speech. To teach this lesson, I'll focus on 3 things. What classes fall under the ADG requirements, how to calculate your GPA, and I'll inform you on appropriate classes that falls under your majors. First is ADG requirements. What are ADG requirements? ADG requirements are a list of 15 classes that colleges want you to take. And it falls under, they want you to take 4 years of history and science. They recommend you to take 4 years of math and 4 years of English and laboratory science. However, if they tell you that they say recommend. Now, if they recommend you to take these classes, it is very imperative that you do take these classes because they want you in these classes for a reason. Now, you may say, they only said 3, but you need to go above and beyond because you don't know, there's students who are going above and beyond and you want to be in competition with them. So it's very important that you do follow the ADG requirements. Now, ADG requirements, they're not installed to be a hassle or to just make your life a living hell. It's very important because it does mentally prepare you for the class that you do take in college. It gives you like something to work towards. Like you may take math, intermediate algebra in high school, and you may have to take it again in college, but it's going to be on a more advanced level. So you need to be able to grow from that. So they're not trying to make your life hard. They're just really trying to help you. So don't think that they're trying to. So also, ADG requirements are important because they give you like a standard. They tell you what to take, so you just follow them simply. And your guidance counselors can help you, but it's also your job to, do the research and find out what you're supposed to take because most of the time, counselors can't reach out to everyone. So it's important that you do your own research and get your job done. Next, it brings me to my next point, which is how to calculate your GPA. Now, just assume that your high school does not have the GPA when you receive your report card. Now, if they don't, you have your list of grades. And in your grades, you get what you get, but you want to get high grades, right? So A's are worth 4 points, B's are worth 3, C's are worth 2, D's are worth 1, and unfortunately F's are worth 0. So you add all those grades up, and once you add them up, you divide it by the number of classes that you are enrolled in. And once you do that, then you figure out your GPA. Now, since you know your GPA, it is important that you know how to apply it to your college application. Now, since you have your GPA, now you need to know how it affects you. Now, colleges, their UCs are now holding you to a B average, which is a 3.0. Now, you may say, I can get a 3.0, but again, it brings you back to the APG requirements. If you get a 3.0, only taking elective classes, then you're not going to get accepted because it didn't fall into the right circumstances. So you have to apply the right GPA and make sure that it fits the AG requirements as well. And UCs, CSUs are holding you to about a 2-point average to a 3-point average. And it's very important that you stick with this because college admissions, they look at thousands of applicants every day. And you want to make your transcript as competitive as possible. So you got to cram and cram and cram because you're competing nationally against students. And most students have 4.0s. Like, okay, you're the top of the class and you have a 4.0. But there's thousands of kids who are the top of their class with 4.0. So, and they may have 5.3s or depending on which class they're taking, which are AP classes, honors, or even IB classes. So if you have a 2.0 or 3.0, you're not going to be ranked very much. So it's very important that you compete in your classes and get your job done because you don't want to not be accepted to the classes colleges that you want to be accepted to. And lastly, it brings me to my last point, which is appropriate class choices for colleges. Okay, once you get to college, you need to, you may not know what major you want to go into. So this is a time when you start researching now while you're still in high school. Like, you may not know what you want to do for the rest of your life yet, but you do know what you're interested in and what keeps you happy. So you can start looking up fields that, like, say you're artistic. You can start researching fields that careers fall under for being artistic. So you have to start researching that now, and it's very important that you do that because you don't want to spend too much time doing one thing when you really want to do something else. So it's important that you just start researching now so you know the appropriate classes that you want to take. And also, okay, in this speech, I informed you on how class choices affect your college acceptance. And I also informed you on this for 3 reasons. Students go 4 years of earning good grades in high school but are not accepted to colleges because the classes that they have taken does not fall under the APG requirements. Secondly, students who did not take the correct classes or are not mentally prepared for college and end up dropping out. And third, students who are unaware of their majors spend more time in college, which results in spending more money. And I know none of us want to spend more money, so let's just get that done. And I focus on 3 points, which is the APG requirements, how to calculate GPA, and the appropriate classes to get you through your college career. And thank you for listening.